The hardest part of leadership isn't the strategy. It isn't the numbers. It is trust. Because teams don't follow mandates, they follow safe spaces. And that safety is built through emotional intelligence. Today, I'll walk you through the EQ habits of high trust leaders. Habits you can practice from this week to become the kind of leader people want to follow. Habit number 1, lead with emotional clarity, not confusion. Ever watch the leader switch from inspiring to intimidating in minutes? That emotional inconsistency is a silent career killer. High trust leaders lead with emotional clarity. They name what they feel because their feelings name them. In training sections I've learned in J.K. Michaels, the shift happens when people begin saying, I'm frustrated, but here's what I want to solve. That clarity turns chaos into conversation. Emotion acknowledged, direction driven. This builds safety. This builds speed. Habit number 2, regulate before you react. Average leaders are reactive. High trust leaders, they pause. When provoked by harsh emails, a missed deliverable, they insert a micro pause. That pause is the EQ buffer. It gives you a choice. Next time you feel your temperature rise, query, pause, process, and then proceed. Next time you do that, you protect your credibility. You don't just manage outcomes, you manage perceptions. Habit number 3, listen to understand, not to respond. There's a difference between hearing and listening. Most leaders listen like they're buffering up their next point. High trust leaders listen like they're uncovering a story. They ask, tell me more, instead of saying, here's how we'll do it. That shift from proving you know to proving you care, it builds trust faster than any memo could. In one of our workshops run in J.K. Michaels, I'd seen participants change from interrupting to asking, help me see your view. That simple phrase nudges a meeting from tension to alignment. When people feel heard, energy shifts. That's the moment influence begins. Habit number 4, humanize accountability. Accountability often feels like accusation. High trust leaders rewire it into alignment. They don't say, you messed up, you screwed up. They say, let's find out what got in the way and we'll fix it together. I'm sure some of us would, give me the Demand excellence, but deliver it with empathy. They separate the person from the problem. They guide, not punish. That's how you keep performance high while preserving trust. Habit number 5, practice transparent growth. Perfection is a myth, but progress, that's magnetic. High trust leaders don't pretend they have it all figured out. They admit when they fall. They say, I handled that poorly. Let me try again. I'll try to be more patient in feedback. When your team sees you in progress, they feel safe to grow too. In one of the leadership trainings done at J.K. Michaels, we encourage leaders to journal one misstep each week and then own it publicly. That vulnerability doesn't weaken respect, it deepens it. When authenticity becomes visible, trust cements itself. Trust isn't built in grand gestures. It's constructed in micro moments. Pause instead of outbursts, questions instead of lecture, ownership instead of blame. Your title gives you authority. Your EQ gives you permission to use it. Let me take you through some action plans you can start, although you have a lot if you attend the J.K. Michaels training. Reflect daily at the day end. Ask, what reaction helped trust? Which hurt it? Also look at a trigger journal. Note what pushes your emotion buttons. Awareness is the key to regulation. Number 3, celebrate small wins. Pause instead of snapped. Listen instead of lectured. Recognize it. That's how new habits becomes identity. Bosses demand results. Builders cultivate trust. A boss says, do it my way. A builder says, let's build it together. When people trust you, they stretch beyond limits, not out of fear, but out of belief. And that's the only kind of leadership IQ can't buy, but EQ can earn. So, what habits do you want to practice first? Drop it in the comments below. I'll read every one of it. If this resonated, subscribe and enable notification, because next week we'll explore leading through crisis, the EQ playbook. Also, check the description for the J.K. Michaels Emotional Intelligence Leadership course starting next month, and also download your free growth guide. Remember, people will forget what you said. They would also forget what you did, but they would never forget how you made them feel. It's not enough to be smart. You must be safe. You must be real. You must be trustworthy. See you in class, and also see you in the next episode. Think training, think Jake Michaels. Think training impact, think Jake Michaels. Bye for now.